A number plate removed, a title withdrawn, a gate once adorned with royal insignia, now blank. And in the quiet corners of royal tradition, one question lingers. How far will the monarchy go to erase one of its own? Before we dive in, there's something I need to share with you. Over the past few days, thousands have watched these stories unfold, but most haven't subscribed. If you're one of them, I invite you now to join us. Subscribe to Crownverse so you never miss the next chapter in this unfolding royal history. It begins not with scandal, but with symbolism. A title vanishes from official correspondence. A crest is sanded from a wooden door. And a man once referred to as His Royal Highness is now simply Mr. Andrew Mountbatten Windsor. This is the continuing story of Prince Andrew, the former Duke of York, and what may be the final act in the royal establishment's methodical, deliberate withdrawal of status. While some might frame these developments as administrative or ceremonial, each element carries deep symbolic weight. Together, they mark not just the fall of a man, but the recalibration of what it means to be royal in the modern age. The monarchy has always been a system built not only on governance, but on image, symbols, titles, heraldry, and public perception. In centuries past, kings were crowned not simply to rule, but to be seen ruling. Power required presence, and presence required spectacle. Today, the machinery of monarchy still relies on this delicate choreography, which is why, when a title is removed, a residence vacated, or a coat of arms struck down, it matters, not just to the individual, but to the institution. Prince Andrew's descent from royal grace has been anything but abrupt. Instead, it has occurred in measured, symbolic steps. First came the withdrawal from public duties, then the loss of military patronages and honorary positions, then the settlement of legal matters, quietly, without fanfare. Now the final stripping away of titles and privileges once thought untouchable. In late 2025, the palace initiated what it referred to as the formal process of title and honor removal. On paper, this process appears clinical. In reality, it is a symbolic execution of royal identity. One of the more striking elements of this process was the reported removal of personalized number plates from Prince Andrew's vehicles. While this may seem trivial, an automotive footnote in a much larger story, it illustrates how far the palace is willing to go to eliminate even the smallest vestiges of association. A number plate is not merely a bureaucratic designation. In the royal context, it becomes a visual cue, a public symbol that telegraphs status, connection, hierarchy. The removal of such plates isn't just about changing registration. It's about removing the badge of royal identity from the streets of Windsor. The same could be said of the coat of arms once displayed at Royal Lodge, Prince Andrew's longtime residence on the Crown Estate. If reports are accurate, the emblems of his title have been removed from public view. The name Duke of York is being phased out from official communications. The royal biography pages, once featuring his title, now refer to him by birth name alone. This is not an erasure in haste. It is a deliberate dismantling of status, one piece at a time. But perhaps most intriguing is the question of agency. Who is guiding this process? Who decides what remains and what must go? Some commentators suggest that King Charles III is at the helm, steering the institution toward a leaner, more accountable future. This would be in keeping with his public vision for a streamlined monarchy, one that focuses on working royals and limits titles to the direct line of succession. Others propose that the hand of Prince William may be subtly at play. As the Prince of Wales and future king, his influence on internal matters is increasing. His commitment to transparency and public trust is well documented. But to be clear, there is no confirmed statement linking him directly to these decisions. Still, whether he is the architect or simply a witness, the image of William emerging stronger as Andrew's symbols fall away is hard to ignore. And therein lies the deeper narrative about the shifting center of gravity within the House of Windsor. For the monarchy, the calculus is strategic. Public trust is the crown's most valuable asset. In an era of relentless scrutiny, where every appearance and absence is dissected in real time, the institution must respond decisively to protect its image. The stripping of titles, symbols, and honors from Prince Andrew is not just about distancing from controversy. It's about defining who belongs in the modern royal story and who no longer does. It is also about precedent. The monarchy seldom reverses privilege. To see it do so in such public, visible steps is to witness the institution adapting in real time, not with declarations, but with silence, precision, and withdrawal. There is, of course, personal cost to all of this. Royal Lodge, long the York family's private bastion, will reportedly be vacated. The removal of titles from official rolls, regalia, and legal documents means that Andrew, though born a prince, no longer enjoys the full styling of the role. His daughters, Beatrice and Eugenie, remain titled, but their path forward, too, now exists in a new landscape. They inherit the name York, but not the legacy it once promised. What does it feel like to be ceremonially diminished? To watch one's name disappear from plaques, directories, family trees, and public records? To go from royal correspondent to civilian observer? For Prince Andrew, who was once second in line to the throne, these developments must carry a profound weight. There are no cameras capturing this transition, no royal statements chronicling it in detail, just the quiet ticking of protocol, removing privilege by design. One wonders what remains, not just in terms of property or title, but identity. If your entire life has been constructed around a role, how do you live without it? In some ways, this transformation reflects a larger truth about monarchy itself.
The crown endures, not because it is static, but because it evolves, sometimes by ceremony, sometimes by necessity. For centuries, monarchs have made decisions to protect the institution, even at the cost of family bonds. Abdications, banishments, removals, these are not new to royal history, but the method has changed. Today, power is wielded less by decree and more by omission. Where once there were proclamations, now there are quietly updated web pages. Where once there were exile letters, now there are redacted biographies. It is governance by withdrawal, dignity by design. And yet, for all its formality, something deeply human pulses beneath the surface. A man walking the grounds of a house he will soon leave. A name removed from a gate once etched in stone. A document signed without flourish. A title ended not in speech, but in silence. The transformation of Prince Andrew is more than scandal recovery. It is a window into how royalty copes with failure, how it edits its lineage, and how it protects its future by rewriting its past. In a way, this is not just the story of a prince losing his place. It is the story of a monarchy learning to survive in the digital age, by appearing less untouchable, more responsive, and ruthlessly committed to its own preservation. The question now is, where does this leave the rest of the House of Windsor? Does the removal of one member strengthen the others? Does it mark the rise of a new generation, William, Catherine, their children, built not on inherited entitlement, but public trust? And what becomes of those who remain on the margins, those who wear the title, but not the crown? In the end, we return to the symbols: a plate, a crest, a name, small objects that carry vast meaning. Each removal a message, each silence a sentence, each erasure a new page in a story centuries old. Prince Andrew may never speak publicly about these changes, but the record already shows what history will remember: that the crown, when it chooses to act, does so not with spectacle, but with permanence. If you found this exploration thought-provoking, please like this video, subscribe to Crownverse, and stay with us as we continue to uncover the living legacy of royalty, where tradition meets truth and history never sleeps.